Hi, my name's Adam Montandon, and in this video I'm going to show you what happens when your ideas get rejected. One of the questions that I'm most commonly asked by creative people is, how do you deal with the rejection of ideas? When you've been working so hard on a new creative concept and you believe in it, you think that it's wonderful, but your client, your boss, or your team members just don't love the idea. How do you deal with that rejection? I mean, it's really, really hard when something that you've worked so much on goes completely out of the window. And especially I find lots of young people are super frustrated by this, especially when perhaps it's their first chance to shine, to present a new idea, a new concept, and it just doesn't go down well. Well, the truth is, all ideas at some point are going to get rejected. Nobody ever has a 100% success rate, so you've got to expect that not every idea will go through. It doesn't necessarily mean that your idea is a bad idea, it just meant that the time is not right for it now. One of the beautiful things with ideas is they stay with you, and the best ones will keep on coming up again and again and again. So even if you've put in a lot of hard work and your idea didn't get selected for whatever reason, don't worry about it. Don't take it personally. It was your idea that was rejected, not you. So first off, separate yourself from your ideas. The next thing that you're going to want to do is, once an idea has been rejected, make sure that you write down everything from your idea, you gather all of the documentation, and you put it in a safe place. Put it somewhere where you can find it again. File it away somewhere, because an idea that's good now will still be good in a year's time, in 2 years' time, in 10 years' time. I do this all the time. In my office, I have stacks and stacks of notebooks with hundreds and hundreds of different ideas written down. And many of those ideas don't get made straight away. But I can always go back to them and refer to them in the future when I'm trying to come up with new concepts. I can look at the old ideas and reiterate them and develop them into something new. And that means that no idea is ever wasted. You're not throwing away your idea, you're just keeping it for another day. A final thing to do is to understand why your idea wasn't chosen. Try to get as much research and feedback about what was wrong with your idea. Now, I say wrong, but no ideas are really wrong. Perhaps there was just something that wasn't quite right with how your idea was presented, how your idea was thought out. Maybe there was some external factor that you just couldn't control. And once you understand why your ideas were rejected, then you can start to improve for next time so that you eliminate those rejections. A great technique to try, if you've got the thick skin for it, is to talk with your team about exactly what went wrong with your idea. Call up your clients, call up your boss, and just ask if you can discuss what happened, what went wrong. Some companies call this a post-mortem, which is quite a morbid way of saying that you're chopping up the dead body of an idea to try to find out how it died. Now, I don't particularly like that term because I think that there's always a bit of life in an idea, but once you can understand where your ideas went wrong, you can start using that information for your advantage. Here's a great example for you. I love to pitch new ideas to new clients, but I found out that a lot of my ideas were being rejected in the early days. But because I kept on persevering, eventually my ideas for projects would get made. And I wanted to find out what separated the ideas that were rejected with the ideas that were accepted. Because I saved all of my ideas, I was able to analyze them, look at them and see what was going on. And I found something fascinating. Every time I pitched a new idea to a new client, the first time I pitched, the idea would be rejected. The second time that I pitched, I come with a completely new approach, and that idea would also be rejected. Then I would pitch one more time, the third time, and that idea will almost always be accepted. What is it? Is it 3 times lucky? What was going on? And it turned out, after speaking to all the people that I pitched to, the people loved my first idea. They wanted to do it, But it was so different, so unusual, so crazy, they were a little bit scared by it. They didn't feel comfortable with it. The second time I pitched to them, because my ideas were so different from the first pitch, they could see that I was capable of coming up with all sorts of different creativity. And they felt a little bit more comfortable, but they still weren't ready for that idea. By the time it got to the third pitch, they knew what to expect from me. They knew what I was going to present to them. They knew how I was going to present to them. They knew that they were going to be in for something crazy. So they were perfectly happy, comfortable, and relaxed. So they were really, really open to accepting my third idea. Once I figured that out, I sat down with my team and we realized that this was wonderful because it meant that we could go to new business and we could pitch anything for the first idea, anything for the second idea, and put lots and lots of work into the third idea because we knew that the third idea would always get made. So this is a fantastic way to understand what's happening with rejection and what's happening with success. When your ideas are rejected, use all of the information that you possibly can to find out how to get a success out of it. Now, when you're starting, it might seem disheartening, but keep on going because you never know. It could be that that third idea is the magic one that gets accepted. I hope that this information helps you, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comments if you've got ideas for future videos or anything that you'd like to see me improve, because I'm making them just for you. Thanks. See you next time.